Alright, good day everyone. I'll be taking you all on developing and designing sites with HTML, CSS, PHP, and if possible JavaScript too. So today I'll just be doing an introduction on web design and development. First of all, we'll start with HTML. What is HTML? Today, HTML is one of the elements of developing a website. In fact, it's the basic of all. There's no website you develop without the use of HTML. HTML is what puts the content into the web page for you to design and develop. Okay, so you cannot talk of web development without HTML. You cannot talk of web design without HTML. So anybody who's going to into anything web needs to know HTML. So today now I'll be taking you on HTML. So let's start with something real quick. So first we'll go into our IDE, our text editor. And in our text editor, normally if you're opening your text editor, it usually comes blank. But me, I'm using VS Code, so VS Code usually makes things easy. So I can just click here, select language, and it brings out list of languages for me to select. I can just simply type HTML. But for the sake of those ones using VS Code, I'll just do something more general. So first I'll save. You look for where in VS Code, normally you go to your file, usually in general, you go to your file. Then you now see the save option, you click save. So then you see, you usually comes with untitled-1.txt, but that's not very easy. So remove everything. I will use, for the sake of this class lesson now, I'll do practice.html. Then when you save it now, you come here and select, either you select the HTML format or the all files format. Me, I usually go with the all files format, all of them, so it brings the same result. That all file format, if you select, you can save any format of file on it, but this HTML is only specific to HTML documents. So me, I like using this all file format in case I want to change it at any point in time. So when I save it now, okay, and in saving HTML documents now, you save without spaces. Like this one now, I want to save it with something containing two words now, like my practice. I cannot put a space. It's either I use a hyphen or an underscore or a slash or a dot. So me, what I want to use just my practice for this lesson. Then I do, okay, where I want to save it, I'll save it on the desktop now. I do save. It saves to desktop. So what I do is, okay, for ease now, to start up the HTML document, anytime you start up the HTML document, you start it with this command, doctype HTML. You see there, okay, what I did, I use the VS Code Emmet. For those using VS Code Emmet here, you can just do this, put an exclamation mark, and you see, select the first exclamation mark now. When you do that, it brings out the whole display of starting up a HTML code. So everything here is what you use to start up a HTML code. But for those not using VS Code now, what you do, I'll do it step by step for you to understand. I'll open up and type exclamation doc type then I'll do HTML, close it, go to the next line. Then I start the HTML itself, HTML, close the tag. Okay, I close it automatically because it's VS Code now, brings all the shortcuts and makes things easy now. It automatically closes it for me. That is, it brings in this next line, this next code now, which has a backslash, contains the same content in it, like this now, contains the same content here, but it has a backslash before it. That's to tell us that this is the close off for this. So now because we are going to be inserting codes into this now as blocks, we won't put it on the same line to make it an inline, so we'll make it a block. I will go to the next line now with a space in between it. So now this is where all our HTML contents will go into. So now HTML has two divisions, like two segments of bodies. Now we have the head and the body. So this is the head tag, and we have the body tag. Then in the head tag and the body tag, now in the head, now the head contains contents which tells about that page. Head contains contents that tells about that specific page you are working on, while the body contains the contents of that page. Get difference. The head contains contents about, like telling us about the page, while the body contains contents of that page. Now the head now can contain things like the title, the meta attributes of that particular HTML document, while the contents can contain things like your sections, your headers, your main contents, pictures, videos, audios, okay, and this thing, footers. So that is all about the syntax of your HTML. And normally we have different HTML tags in which we have, okay, I'm showing the HTML tag, I'm showing the head tag, I'm showing the body tag. We have the header tag, which contains header aspects of the document. In the document now, we have in the body of the document now, you can segment the body too into header, section, or footer. Okay, and in that header section or footer now, the header contains things, just heading of that particular section that you are talking about, while the footer is the foot of that section we are talking about in the body now. Okay, so now to start something serious now, we go into the head and start. Let me start with the title. Let me start with the title and close the tag. Then let me use something like my practice. Page. My practice. Then that is for the title now. Okay, wait, I'll show you something later. Then we now go to the next line and use the meta. This meta contains meta informations about this page. Now this one now, meta char set now. Meta char set now contains, mind you, meta is a self-closing tag. We have two types of tag in it. We have the self-closing tag and the non-self-closing tag. Self-closing tag are tags which doesn't need another closing, like see this title now. You see title here, you see another part of it here to close it, but meta, once you open it, it closes on its own. If I want to say in HTML5, you don't actually need that slash to close it, but me, I like putting it for. So now in chasset now, chasset contains character sets for that particular HTML. So in this now, use UTF-8. So in UTF-8 now, UTF-8 contains every symbol from every languages. You have UTF-16. UTF-16 doesn't contain everything. You have UTF-10. UTF-10 doesn't, but UTF-8 is more universal and more used than those ones. So that is that for the meta. Then we'll come to the body. Body, I told you, contains anything you type in the body will go. I can type this. Okay, to show this now to open this and display it on the browser now. To display this locally, you don't necessarily need to put it on a server. So we save this. Then you don't necessarily need to put this on a server now. for it to work. But the only thing about not posting yourself is that it's only you who has access to it. People can't go on browser and search for it. So we save this now to display it. Remember we saved it on the desktop. So we'll go to my desktop and here it is. So to open this now on the desktop, we double click. You see everything. See that title now here. See, this is the title that we saved in that HTML head. See, it's telling us about the page. Normally, anything put in title doesn't display in the body here. That is in the heading. The head tag doesn't display in the body here. There is a difference between header and head. In the head tag now, nothing in the head tag displays in the body. Anything time we talk about body, we talk about the whole of this. That is the whole of this white space you are seeing here. So see this thing I typed in the body now is showing here. Then see the head here. So this is this for the body, this is this for the head. So we go back to our code and we put this, we could move this and put header. This is header. We close it off, make it a block code. Mind you, try to make your codes block format. Don't put it inline, because if you put it an inline, until it makes your code too, like in a line, too lengthy. So put it in block so that it won't be too lengthy. It just come in block, so it will be more friendly to read. So we come into this. We now put, okay, let's use. You can either use section articles, but me, I prefer using my articles in my sections. So okay, let me just use section. About what I said about articles in section, I'll explain that later. Then I come down and put footer. Okay, then in that section sections contains paragraphs. Paragraphs of you can have, like in a body now, you can have more than one header. You can have more than one section. You can have more than footers. I'll advise to put only one footer in a particular HTML document. Then in a section now, you can have different things in it now. You can have paragraphs, more than one paragraphs, and you can have more than one articles, and each one can be embedded in any one. That is, you can put an article in a paragraph, you can put a paragraph in an article, any way you want to put it, depending on the arrangement of your document. Okay, so in the paragraph now, this arrangement, this syntax I'm showing you now, if I put anything now here and save it, you may not necessarily see the difference in this HTML, in this display here. You may not necessarily see the difference here, but it is there for a reason. By the time we start doing more serious works now with this, you will see that those tags are actually necessary. So okay, so that's it for the syntax of HTML. There's no much more about HTML. You just know the tags, you just know your tags, know the way to place them, know when to use them. Okay, know when to use them, and that's just it. Nothing really much, there's nothing hard about HTML. The challenging part about this web design development is always about development aspect. When we reach the JavaScript, that's when you read the scripting aspect, that's JavaScript, PHP. Especially JavaScript, PHP is more loosely typed, especially JavaScript. That's when you see there are more difficult aspects in it, there are more reasoning, more mathematics, more calculation. But HTML is just a simple language, no calculation. You don't necessarily need to know math or any form of stuff to perform HTML stuff. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll see you maybe in the next class on how to use paragraphs, sections, and maybe I'll drop another video on how information is being sourced on the website, like if you input your URL, how browser goes get your information and display to you. Okay, so see you on the next episode. Thank you.